Thank you very much, guys. And that was a very exciting game to end off the day. Samsung Blue came out swinging. I think the guys in the desk hit it really, really well. If any region's going to know how to counter Rumble, Rumble's been seen as a very top-tier pick, at least at this World Championship. Lane swaps and really just focused aggression on that champion. Ackerman didn't stand a chance because Blue just completely soloed him out. Let's talk about how Samsung Blue got control and really just ran over LMQ.
Yeah, so one thing I do like is that they kept the aggression going. I know a lot of times we talk about teams that gank a top laner and you give up Dragon for it. It's a pretty standard play. The team receiving the gank just shows up on the other side of the map and hey, they got global gold instead of you getting that kill. But what I liked was that, first of all, Spirit was on a heavy ganking jungler like Jarvan, so they just kind of kept going. And you might get Dragon once, but they're going to kill Ackerman like 7 times and get control of that turret and whatnot. So I thought that was actually very good to just sort of repeat the process over and over again.
I just wonder why did they keep going top? You know, like, have you not learned, like, if you can't get anything top? 2 waves went to the tower and they didn't get any XP. Yeah, sure, you're 3 people keeping 4 other guys busy. Normally in the game of League of Legends, that's good. But if you're not getting any XP, you're not even taking your double golems, you're basically 3 people staying on the same level while everybody else is just farming. Yeah, sure, Vasili's down bottom, like trying to farm, but he didn't do anything in the game. And then even then, once they started rotating from top to mid, Vasili was still farming bottom, and they need Vasili to make the plays. They need Vasili to get fed LMQ, and that didn't happen, and they just completely got shut down.
I think a key part in that had to be that Blue was able to get 3 buffs in level 1, which completely wrecks the jungler in the early game, and they were putting a lot of pressure in level 2 and 3 in that top side, which as a jungler, you start thinking, I gotta get back to farming. I can't waste my time and just sit here in this lane trying to watch the other guys. Like, they're just sightseeing.
Yeah, definitely the hero of that game, though, to me was Deft. And the adaptation he made from previous games where he's playing Kog'Maw, immobile, late game, AD carry, to this game he's playing Corki, more playmaking, mobility champion. I think it suits him a lot better.
LMQ helped him out with the Kog'Maw ban.
That's true.
Yeah, we said that in Picks and Bans.
Wow, my brain like blinked on what I was going to talk about. Oh no, I remember now. Yeah, I like how fast Samsung Blue played the game because you talked about the fact that Tristana's getting solo farm and everyone else is sharing farm up there. So to kind of like spell that out in a different way, Tristana needs to get to about 7,000-8,000 gold, Infinity Edge plus Static Shiver Phantom Dancer, maybe 9,000 before she starts turning on and being useful. She didn't actually hit that mark throughout this game. So Samsung Blue are basically denying everyone else who has mid-game impact. Right? None of them, those 3 guys up there, getting any gold or any experience. Samsung Blue are actually scaling up somewhat here in this game. So then, when 20 minutes rolls around, mid-game happens, well, Tristana's still useless, even though she got that solo lane farm. It hasn't meant a single thing to LMQ, and the rest of the game is snowballing.
So before we go over to an interview, I do have a question for Crumbs, because last time this happened, I remember quoting every incorrect analyst and then looking at you gloriously down the line. You were of the belief Samsung Blue, psychologically, you were going to be absolutely destroyed, and it looked completely the opposite. They came in here
How does it feel,
as
Crumbs?
stern as ever.
How does it feel
I've
to
come
be on
with,
this side of the
with
equation?
only one conclusion. You know, everybody says, oh, Group C, Group of Death. It's actually the Group of Life now, because just like life, this Group of C is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
It's one's journey through a box of chocolates.
I did not expect that level of like depth, and like my mind is blown. Double F, how do you follow that?
How do you counter that?
I just want to say this is the most interesting group of the tournament for me personally, and I just think it's crazy because Samsung Blue lost to Fnatic, who lost to OMG, who lost to LMQ, who has now lost to Samsung Blue. You have no idea what's going to happen in this group. It's just absolutely insane.
All right, let's talk a little bit about LMQ, of course, on the other side. They really did struggle. We've already talked about some of the decision-making. Actually, I have just heard that the interview is ready, so let's head over to Shocks, where she is joined by Deft from Samsung Blue.